Welcome to the Straightforward Nothing Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Herrera, and today we have a guest. Her name is Jay. She doesn't want me to tell you her full name because she's got a felony warrant out for her, but don't tell the cops that she's here. Jay, say hi.
Hi.
So today is, I guess, the first real episode of the podcast, and I'm kind of excited because I got a lot of feedback from you guys, and a lot of y'all said, hey, why don't you have a guest? Hey, why don't you have something playing on the screen behind you? Hey, it's not that easy, but I appreciate your feedback. And little by little, we've been turning and we've been burning and we've been getting down to business and kind of just easing into it, right? I got these cool lights set up. I got a light in front of my camera that I don't even know if it's working. Can you see it reflecting off her forehead? Probably. We got some lighting over there. We got some lighting over here. Hey, this is the first trial run, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So, Straightforward Nothing Podcast. We're basically going to talk about just that, nothing. And we're going to do that straightforward. But we're probably not going to kick this desk. The good thing, you might. The good thing about it is this is not live. It's edited, right? So, I can make mistakes. I can goof off. I can mess my words up. But I'll probably keep this in because it's real, right? So, episode 2. What are we going to talk about? Jay, what are we talking about? Creativity? She read the prompt on the iPad. I don't even know if that's what we're going to talk about. But yes, creativity, right? So let's get into it a little bit. This is the first official recording I've done after I finally troubleshooted everything. Yeah. Creativity.
This is really nice.
Thank you.
It's a really, really nice setup.
I appreciate that. You said you did a little bit with video production and things of that nature. Like, what did you do?
A little bit of vlogging. So, like, singing videos or, like, anytime I would travel, especially when I went to, like, Rome, and then a little bit when I went to the Philippines. But then it was always a hassle trying to put videos together. So that never worked out.
Why? What was a hassle? What did you find, like, most complicated about it or most challenging?
It was very time-consuming. And not finding the right frames, or it's like if you have a music playing in the background and it felt like this clip does not fit this part of the music, but you don't want to compromise, so then you just get to a point where you're like, nope.
So like the audio syncing.
Yeah. Very, very important. And I think the setup is really important when you make a video because you want people to watch it and then not get bored halfway through.
Right, and that's why we have first of all, that's why we have you. Second of all, that's why we have this video in the background of who knows what. I was going to play something else, but
it looks like the world.
It's the world, right? I was going to play something else, and then I paused what I was going to play, and then the screensaver came on, and I was like, this is perfect, and probably royalty-free. So I'm not trying to get sued, but if I do get sued, remember, for felony warrants. Yes, so syncing, audio, video syncing. I haven't done much editing yet. I'm really bad at it. I kind of learned up front, and for years I've known this. I'm a producer. I'm not a creator, right? Yeah. I know how to, I got the ideas. I'm the ideas guy, right? But then take the ideas guy and put him behind a project and tell him to do it yourself. And you're gonna hit a couple roadblocks. And that was like roadblock number 1, audio, video syncing. I was recording 2 different things. My camera wasn't working. It was turning off. Okay. I had to get a new camera. The software I was using to record and edit, guess what? I don't know how to use it. So I couldn't really sync it. So I decided, hey, let's do some research, right? Do your homework. Got myself a Camlink game capture, right? I'm using Elgato.
I'm like over here like trying to figure out everything.
Well, that's,
then your camera.
Yeah, everything. You can look at wherever you want. We got so much feedback.
I was like, so how long did it take?
How long did it take?
How long was the research?
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you that I've been researching it for years. Okay. Because I wanted to start this in 2015.
Wow.
This is an idea I've had for half a decade. Yeah, it's 5.
I'm not very good with that.
5th?
Yeah.
You watch Dave Chappelle? Plead the 5th? So 5 years. But consistent research? Maybe about a month and a half, right?
Oh, okay.
Just looking at it. And then we had that semester break.
Yeah.
We finally had a semester. So
that great semester break.
So for you who may not know, Jay and I are currently, I would say, 2 3/4 classes away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from finishing our MBAs.
Yes.
So during the summer, we have no break. So it was straight 4 classes, 14 weeks of school with no breaks.
That was horrible.
That was horrible.
That was really, really horrible.
It was so.
And then COVID happened, and
we're not talking about COVID.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
That's true.
That's
true. That's true.
But under the table. But yeah, so we didn't have a break. So when we finally got that break between summer and fall, I was like, this is my time to finally get this off the ground. Why not? What have I been waiting for?
I don't know. What were you waiting for?
I don't know. What was I waiting for?
What was your sign?
I was bored.
Oh, yeah.
I needed a hobby.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
so you stopped playing games and then you started...
Because we can't do anything.
That's true.
Because of something.
That's true.
So I needed a hobby.
That's true.
But it's not just a hobby, right? This is something that I actually really enjoy. I found myself like coming home every single day and like...
Wanting to do it?
Sitting here and like figuring something out or troubleshooting or asking my wife for help me frame this shot.
Help me get this shot.
Yeah, what do I do with my hands? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like,
it's really nerve-wracking.
It is.
Like, it's not a joke. Like, I sit here and I feel like, oh, it's just talking to a camera. But the camera is intimidating.
Right. You feel like there's 100 million people on the other side of that camera
right.
watching you. There's nobody there.
No, absolutely.
It's just you and me.
Yeah.
And I've known you for a year, right?
That's true. That's
so true. Jay and I we're both active duty Navy. We met in the Navy. She is, I guess, my mentee, and I'm her mentor, but our relationship goes far beyond that. We're friends, we're coworkers, we're classmates, we're intellectual peers, we're motivated. We, I guess the last relationship we have is the fact that we're both in the Navy. So I thought it would be great to have somebody like her that is extremely relatable, that is going through the same concepts, same struggles that I'm going through, similar backgrounds, kind of come on here and just talk.
Yeah.
So
and I think that was really interesting because like I come from a second language like background too, and then I didn't know that before I met you, and how you were like, oh, I speak Spanish, and I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
And I was
Nobody
like,
believes me.
Hello?
Right.
And then you started speaking, and I was like, whoa, mind blown. And I think that was the first time we had our mentor-mentee meeting, and then we were just like laying things out, and I was like telling you, oh, I'm from the Philippines, and this is how I am. And then you were like, oh, funny thing, I also have a background, and I'm like, oh,
right.
That's
and
interesting.
That minority background, right? Immigrant family background.
That was really cool.
You know, you meet a lot of people in the Navy literally from everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere. I've learned Twi. If you don't know what Twi is, it's an African language. I've learned some words, and from my so cool. African friends out there, ataseng, and then we go, hey, yeah, you know, how you doing? I'm doing well, right? You know, so I've just learned from a lot of people. I don't know much Tagalog, but luckily...
Hindi rin ako marunong, pero...
I know pero because it's Spanish.
Pero.
Spanish influence, right?
I know a little bit.
I get away with it a little bit. But yeah, so creativity is what we were talking about, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. How did we trail off? That was really fun.
Conversation. That's the whole point of this podcast.
Yeah. We went from one thing.
Well, you know what? We kind of like let off to... Yeah. You said, how did this start, right? Why did I finally... What was my sign? And I was boredom, right? But it was more so like what we talked about yesterday with de-stressing.
That's true.
Right? Because you sit around with nothing to do.
Right. Like, okay. So you used to play games, though, right?
I get bored of games very fast.
Oh, okay.
That's me. Play Warzone. I played Warzone every day for like 2 months.
Okay. So bored. This is now your de-stressing. I
guess you could say that.
Okay.
But games are a great way to de-stress as well. You play Warzone.
I'm really bad at it, but I play.
She plays. What's your
call sign? No.
Yeah, what's your gamer tag?
It's like Lady J.
Can you spell that for the audience?
LHADIEJ.
That's why I asked you to spell it. That's not how lady is spelled.
But that's
LHADI.
Creativity.
Correct.
Exactly.
Or the regular spelling was taken when you went to go take it.
Well, that's actually very true too.
Yeah, that's how it goes. No. You weren't the first person to...
Yeah, I wasn't clever enough to think of it.
I mean, Lady J is good. So you play on Xbox? Well, it's cross-platform now, so it doesn't matter.
I play on my laptop more. I used to have a PS4. I broke that 2 months after I got it.
How'd you break it?
Did not take care of it.
But, like, how'd you break it?
Stepped on it.
How do you step on a PS4?
Not in the right place.
You weren't, or the PS4 wasn't in the right place?
I'll just say that the PS4 was not in the right place.
Because it was on the floor?
It was in my way.
Yeah.
So
I think you might have put it there.
I don't know.
It walked?
Depends. Creativity.
No. That's
Yeah,
that's
like, I don't
that's
know.
not creativity. That's
Yeah.
lunacy.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. If you think your PS4 is walking,
I plead the fifth.
good call.
Yeah.
So de-stressing, right?
Felony.
Yeah, felony warrants. Be careful. I'm surprised I let her in this house, to be honest.
Yeah.
So de-stressing. What other ways do you de-stress? I mean, we're both active duty, like I said. The Navy right now has kind of, huh?
I run. So yeah, I run. I'm really bad at it. That's why I run, because I'm really bad at
Well,
it.
that's how you get better.
But I go at my own little pace. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not a run. It's more of like a fast walk, but it's something.
Better than most, right?
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that, right? So I was watching Westworld. Have you seen Westworld
Man.
on HBO?
Mm.
Blow your mind.
I live in a cave.
Right. Well, me too.
Yeah.
And this is it. Westworld blew my mind. It's an incredible concept. I'm almost done with the series. I recommend it if you like sci-fi and if you like
Oh yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do.
like deep storylines, like
Okay.
intricate, you have to pay attention to kind of thing.
Oh.
Not a background show kind of thing.
Okay, I have like a 5-second attention
Correct.
span.
So just pause it a lot.
Yeah.
So Westworld.
Just-
It's what? Let me make sure we're
Sorry.
still recording. I pray we're still recording because we're doing great.
I feel like we're just talking like how we would every day.
That's what a
Sorry.
podcast is.
Oh, you're right.
We're just talking about silly stuff.
Man.
But Westworld, one of the quotes that one of the protagonists said was it in Westworld? I'm pretty sure. She said, "Comparison is the thief of joy."
Yes.
Right? So it's like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So right now, my podcast, probably not the best podcast ever, but who cares, right? It's my podcast. Oh no, my screensaver turned off.
Well, wow.
Yeah.
See, this is what the things that you don't expect, but it happens.
It does. They do happen.
Yeah.
So what should we
The
do?
unexpected.
Should we just like do like a hard cut edit and then just turn something on?
Yeah.
And we're back. Oh, I was gonna say the screen still looks black on there.
It was like nothing to fix the technical.
Don't mind that glare on the TV. Ooh, that glare's not
Oh.
good. Ooh, no. So, creativity being the thief of joy, right? Or comparison, not creativity.
Comparison.
If creativity is the thief of joy, we're all dead. Yes, comparison, the thief of joy. What do you think about that? Like, what does that mean to you?
I've always grown up with the concept that you move through life competing with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I went through working with various, like, people of different backgrounds, they've always explained to me that you don't succeed in life if you keep looking at other people's success.
Correct.
You succeed more by looking at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then when something doesn't work out, like say for example before, working at my jobs, like McDonald's, right? And people would always get so bitter about, oh, they got promoted and I didn't.
Right.
And I'm always like, okay, but what did they do that you didn't do? Or if you feel like you did everything you could, how can you become better?
Right.
And it's always like asking questions.
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest thing I learned from you. Because I would always be like, okay, I have all these things, right? And I'm like, but I'm too afraid.
Right.
Like, I'm too scared to take leadership roles. I'm too scared to put myself out there. I like to be in the shadow because that's kind of where
That's
I
where
like
you're
to thrive.
comfortable, right?
That's where I'm comfortable. And that's how I've always, that's how I succeeded. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's, like, you kind of put yourself in a mentality like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to beat myself up for it a little bit and then swing right back.
Right.
But I would never go to a point where I'm like, ooh, this person is doing really good. I'm going to bring them down with me.
Right.
Because
that's self-deprecation.
Right. Everybody has their own timeline. And I think that's
Right.
the hardest thing to explain to people. Like, they focus so much on other people's success that they completely forget about
Sure.
where they're at and their own journey.
Oh, their own like motivations, right?
Right. And then sometimes, that does come across differently because you can like turtle your way and like hide.
Sure.
And people will see it as like, oh, she's conniving. Oh, she's doing something behind the scenes.
And that sucks.
Right.
That's a bad, like you, in this culture now, keeping to yourself.
Right.
Right?
It's
Even
perceived.
even if your intentions are the most pure and you've shown it through your actions,
Yes.
people still think you're doing something behind their backs.
Yes.
And that's unfortunate. And that's why you got to surround yourself with people that are of quality and caliber, right?
Yep.
For example, that's why Jay's here on this podcast. Not that she's the only person that I know that's of quality and good quality and caliber.
There goes all your
caliber.
followers.
There goes everybody.
Yeah.
Of course not. But I thought it'd be very interesting because her and I share we have a lot of things in common, and I thought that it would be great to hear her thoughts on like the topics that I wanted to talk about. I don't want to listen to me.
They'll probably hear for you. Hi.
Hey. But I don't want to listen to me. If you're here for me, hey, how are you? Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
But I don't want to listen to me talk for 15, 20, 30 minutes. That sucks.
I listened to you talk for like 10 minutes. I think that was 10 minutes.
Because the Navy makes you.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Okay.
You don't really have to listen to anybody.
I watched it anyway.
What?
Oh, your podcast.
Oh, you watched it?
I watched all your podcasts.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thanks.
And I subscribed on 2 different channels. Yeah.
Shh. That's how I pad my followers. Don't say that out loud.
Fair enough.
This is why the cops are looking for you.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
if you hear the sirens, run.
I'm not running.
No, I'm going to be like, he's an accomplice.
Just hide in the closet.
And it's true. I'll probably fit.
You fit.
Yeah.
I'll put you in one of my bags in there. So yeah, I'm glad that we talked about that. And just like I said, it's the whole de-stressing, right? Yeah. We have a lot of things going on right now.
A lot.
We're not going to talk about what it is. If you don't know by now, you're probably Jared Leto, and you were on a. Did you hear about that? A while ago, Jared Leto had no idea that the world was under quarantine because he was in a retreat. Like he was on like a Zen journey in the desert somewhere, and he came out and he was like,
"What is happening?"
He posted like on Instagram or something. He was like, "What?" Like he had no idea. It's like how disconnect. First of all, I would love to be that disconnected.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Second of all, I would love to be able to afford to be that disconnected.
Yeah.
Third of all, how disconnected do you have to be to not know?
You'd have to go back to the second one.
The what?
You'd have to go back to the second criteria where you'd have to be that well off to be that disconnected.
Yes.
To know how disconnected you can be.
The world's on fire and you don't even see the smoke.
That's true.
That must be the best life ever.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's how he de-stresses. Hey, full circle. That's how Jared Leto de-stresses. He takes Zen journeys. I would do it.
Yeah, I probably would need it.
I think we all need it.
Yeah.
So what other ways do you de-stress?
I try to draw. I'm really bad at it. I do a lot of things that I'm really bad at, and that's how I tend to
get better.
De-stress. I don't know. It's weird because then when you do like a little accomplishment, or you make a little accomplishment, you do a little accomplishment. You.
I like it.
I can't English.
We're not gonna edit that out.
Sorry.
Second language, guys. I understand.
Master's degree and all.
Yeah. Just going on for a second master's.
Whoa.
When you do a little accomplishment.
When you do a accomplishment. That's my tagline.
Yeah.
Every time I come back.
It's gonna be on your thing.
Like it's like the little victories that you get. So I'm really bad at drawing, but my mom and my brothers are really, really good at it. Like they can take a photo or like a drawing from a history book and then copy it without having to trace it. And they can draw it like as if it was like a replica.
Is that how you like training yourself to draw them? Like by looking at something and then kind of like following it? No?
And then I end up with like a little stick figure here with a little branch going on. But then when I succeed in something like, oh, the nose looks prettier than it was yesterday, then I'm like,
that's a little victory.
Great.
Yeah.
I take a lot of losses with classes, so.
She doesn't take a lot of losses in classes. This girl's a lot smarter than she lets off.
Thanks.
I've been in pretty much every class with her.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We've been in almost every class
together. We started in January, accelerated MBA program.
Why did we choose to do that?
Because we're almost done.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I was like, we're almost done.
Because it's September 5th.
And we graduate December.
In 3 months. December 6th, we're done.
That's wild.
Yeah. We're literally done in 3 months and a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So 3 months from tomorrow, we're done with this program.
We had a choice to do like a 2-year program.
Oh, yeah,
a 3-year program.
Are you crazy?
We're like 1-year program. Put us in.
It's 36 credits.
Yeah.
You know how long? I could not do 36 credits over 3 years.
Yeah. No, I'd probably like pick my brain cells out after a while. But we probably would have done better in finance.
We're not talking about that.
Okay.
We're not talking about finance. We don't talk about the finance. We're not going to tell you what school we're at, who the finance professor was, but we're just going to tell you that.
If you're watching.
Don't do it.
I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Hey, that's okay though. So you also told me you wanted to talk about energy drinks.
I have this like weird addiction to them. It's the yellow Red Bull. Which
flavor is that?
Tropical Punch? I don't know. It's a yellow Red Bull. It's yellow.
Punch. You're addicted to it?
I bought a whole like box.
You don't know the name of it?
No. I just know it's a Red Bull and it's yellow. It reminded me of Minion.
Which is what you...
I'm a Minion.
She said she's a Minion. I wasn't going to say it. I was going to wait for her to say it. And that's okay.
Certified.
It's okay to be self-aware.
Have you seen a little Minion with the goggles? Like, that's me.
That's you at work.
That's a whole
That's
me.
literally her at work.
That's a whole me.
Sometimes I think she only has one eye.
Yeah, actually, if I choose to, yeah.
Well, I think that it still wouldn't be in the center though.
That's that's true.
You would look pretty redonkulous.
You never know.
You can be a pirate.
Alright, I'm gonna try to morph it. I'll find a photo editing software to morph my eyes into like one.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, okay.
Ugh, I wouldn't want to see
I'll send it to you anyway.
Please.
You'd be like, this is my mentee.
You're gonna be the title card.
No.
If you send me that.
You're on a postcard, Christmas card.
Straightforward, nothing podcast. I don't even know if I introduced the podcast. I did introduce the podcast.
Yeah, you did.
Good.
You did. Hi, I'm Jay.
Hey, I'm Dan.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Daniel Herrera.
Halfway through the thing.
Halfway through the thing. Who cares? But yes,
but
energy
that was
drinks.
it. Just energy drinks.
That's
like,
it?
I think they're cool. Like they make my head hurt, but like they taste
You
like.
know why they probably make your head hurt, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Caffeine.
Yeah.
Vasoconstrictor.
Caffeine makes me sleepy.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Caffeine makes you sleepy?
They do.
No. Well, you could crash afterward, but initially it makes you sleepy?
Usually.
Then why do you drink it?
I don't know.
You drink it to fall asleep?
It's the mentality of it. So it's like I feel like if I get used to it, eventually it'll click in my head. It doesn't.
What will click in your head?
That it's supposed to keep me up.
How many Red Bulls do you drink a day?
Depends.
No, that's the wrong answer.
Depends.
You can't be drinking. Two?
3? Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you can hear that, guys, my dog is on the other side of the door crying because we're not letting her in because she is a 70-pound golden retriever and she will knock everything over.
And me.
And her.
Yeah.
Cece, please be quiet. We're filming a thing. Oh, look, the Batman. I wanted to segue into that next, the Batman, a little bit.
Oh, a little bit movie.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Batman?
Who's my favorite Batman? You know what's funny? I was listening to a podcast the other day.
Okay.
That's what they were talking about. So, who's my favorite Batman?
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird question.
How is that a weird question?
Because
It's
there's
a
been
legitimate question.
There's been so many Batman. Not a weird question. You're right. There's just been so many Batmans.
What's that thing supposed to turn off?
Huh?
What's that thing supposed to turn off?
What thing? Oh.
Oh.
I don't know. We're still recording though.
Oh, okay.
I pray. So who's my favorite Batman?
Yes.
So I'm really, really partial to Christian Bale. But it's huh?
Cute guy.
There he is right there on the wall, standing behind the Joker. You can kind of see it out of frame there.
Definitely recognizable.
Yeah.
Under all that mask.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like so, and it's true what they were talking about during the podcast that I was listening to. And I'm not going to steal their thoughts, right?
Okay.
But Christian Bale, did he really do much for Batman other than play a role created by Christopher Nolan? Not really, right? So that's Christopher Nolan's Batman, and I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan's Batman. The Kevin Conroy, animated Batman. I've probably seen every animated DC movie.
I would assume so.
I don't mean probably. I've definitely seen them, and I have a few of them on the shelf right over there. Blu-ray, DVD, which nobody even uses.
Like they're all Batman.
Yeah, of course they're all Batman. Batman's?
You just said DC.
Well, there's like Flashpoint Paradox that's like
lot.
not about Batman, but it is about Batman. There's Justice League War, Justice League Doom, Throne of Atlantis, Dark,
DC collection, aka
Apocalypse
Batman.
War. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them.
All of them Batman.
Seen them all.
Yep.
I even got Hershey's chocolates right over there with Batman on them. This ain't a joke.
Oh my God, he does.
I really do. This isn't a joke.
He does.
I'm trying to live out my childhood here. I gotta find it.
The little Funko Pop.
The Funko Pops, and it's just fun. I got a little Batmobile over there. The sign on my door says "Do not enter heroes at work" or something like that. It's like a little door hanger with a Batman on it. It's legit. I gotta find a picture of me as a kid wearing a Batman Halloween costume.
How'd you get into Batman?
I don't even know. I think I just kind of answered that by saying that I had a little Batman Halloween costume. I don't even know how I got it. I could not tell you.
Is it like his mysteriousness? Is it like...
I think it's the fact that he doesn't have any powers.
That's true. There's a little bit more of the realistic side of things.
Yeah, realistic.
But he has a Batmobile. I think that's a superpower.
That's no. So I just rewatched Justice League.
Okay, yes.
No, I was just gonna say I just rewatched Justice League a couple days ago, and when Ezra Miller, Flash, right?
Okay.
When Ben Affleck, Batman.
Okay.
Bruce Wayne.
Oh.
Yeah. He goes to recruit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He goes to recruit Barry Allen, the Flash, and Barry Allen sits in the car, a really nice Benz. That's a concept that nobody else owns but Bruce Wayne, right? And Ezra Miller or Barry Allen, the Flash, looks over and says, "What's your superpower?" And then Ben Affleck looks over and he goes, "I'm rich," and then that's the end of the scene. And that's a good superpower.
That's a good superpower.
That's a good superpower.
I would take that superpower any day too.
Would you? Okay, if you. All right. Here's the real question. What superpower would you want, and why?
Man, that's really, really hard.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's so many.
That's mind-boggling. I don't think I've ever asked for a superpower.
How about the ability to boggle minds?
Oh yeah, I really love that. But I feel like I already say a lot of things that confuses people, or like they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Exactly."
Correct.
Yeah.
That's your superpower.
And I'm really good at that.
Confusion.
Really,
it's a confusion ray, like in Pokemon.
Right. You'll come back to me and you'll be like, "You yes," and then you'll be like, "You no."
No.
So
So you think that would be your superpower? So all right.
Yeah. If I'm already good
aside
at it,
aside from confusing people with your words, what else would you want?
There's nothing I can really ask for. It's
flying.
I mean, flying is cool, but there's planes.
Why would you rely on a plane if you could fly?
I like the thrill. I like seeing the clouds. I like chilling and sitting. I'm like, I feel like if I fly, I'm gonna be like really cold and shivering.
You wear a jacket.
Who wears a jacket when they're like, what? This isn't jumping off of a plane.
You wear a tight jacket.
So you want to fly?
You wear a super suit. I thought about wanting to fly. You know what else would be good? Invincibility. Not invisibility, invincibility.
Invincibility, right?
Yeah, like I want to be able to.
Two different things.
Yeah, and I learned that probably like 2 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. I want to be able to like take a straight hammer.
Yeah, that would be cool.
To the nose and just be like.
Wow, that didn't hurt at all.
Not even a bit, a little bit.
I mean, moving things with my mind would be great because I'm very lazy.
Telekinesis.
So, right. Well, it was like mainly just folding my clothes.
And like turning off the light switch when you're in bed?
Yes. Like when I'm like, wow, I didn't even think about walking over to the switch before.
Practical.
Yeah, very.
You would use your powers for practical reasons? You wouldn't be a hero?
I'd be a really bad hero.
Because you'd be asleep half the time.
Pretty much.
Well, why? Maybe if one of your powers was that you'd get like an 8 hours worth of rest in 10 minutes.
I'd still sleep. Like I can sleep for like 24 hours. I mean, I wake up just to and then
use the bathroom and maybe eat something.
Yeah.
And
I love sleeping.
Sleeping is great.
I think it's the best thing in the world. Especially when you've grown up. Like when you're a kid, you're like, I want to be everywhere, right?
Do that again.
Everywhere.
I like that. All right.
But then like when you're like here, like at this point of your life, even though you have so much time to yourself, you invest a lot of your time doing nothing.
Recovering.
Oh,
that's called recovering, right? No, it's not nothing. Sleeping and resting is recovering.
Well, no, not that. But sometimes like you have an option to go to sleep, and you're literally like, and I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah, because you're scrolling on TikTok.
Oh, ooh, I'm not big on TikTok.
You know what I learned about being on TikTok for 2 days? Yeah. Well, aside from that, I learned that everybody on the planet can cross their eyes except for me.
What?
Everybody on TikTok does it.
Like.
Yeah. Do it. I can't do it. I can't do it at all.
Ow, that kind of hurts.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm already blind.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think it affects your vision that much, does it? It just looks funny. Everybody can do it. Everybody go on TikTok, look at the first 40 videos, and half of the people are crossing their eyes.
It's like you're plugging TikTok.
No. Or am I?
Yeah.
No sponsors just yet. I don't have any sponsors.
Sponsors?
Actually, you know what? Real quick, I am going to say a huge shout out.
I was like,
what? A huge shout out and a very special thank you to Grounded Running here in Beaufort. Owner Tim Waz, great guy. I've known him for years. Does a lot for the community, especially in the running world. And he let me go over to the store and put up some little flyer/business cards there to kind of promote, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, and I told him, I told him I was very appreciative of that, and it was like no hesitation. He said, "Yeah, come on by." So I wanted to thank Tim and everybody else at Grounded Running. So if you're local and you need running shoes, that's the only place to go, really.
Yep.
Because that's the only place you want to go. And if you don't know if you want to get into running, they're going to look at you and they can put you on a treadmill and they can look at your stride and recommend a good shoe for you, which I've done that with them multiple times. And running, a lot of it is about the shoe, especially if you're like me and you have a really wide foot. I have a really wide foot.
Flat foot.
Yeah, my foot is flat, and I'm standing on 2 lily pads is what's going on here. Yeah, so I need a good shoe, and they really help me out there. So if you're local, head on down to Grounded Running. They'll take care of you. All right.
I'll check that out.
You can check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, you should. My wife buys her shoes from there. I've bought running shoes from there. You can't beat it. So back to Batman.
You still haven't answered my question.
I did.
Did you?
Wait, what?
Why?
Why I like Batman?
Why? There has to be something. It can't. There's always a foundation for things.
I don't know. I feel like I relate with him.
In what way? Ooh.
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 Ooh. I don't know. I feel like he kind of struggled, right?
Okay.
As he was growing up. His parents got killed. My parents, thank God. I have my mom. But he kind of struggled and he had to find himself. And I guess one of the main reasons why I like Batman, and it's because he's terrified of bats. Like Indiana Jones, snakes. Why do it have to be snakes? I can't do the Harrison Ford impersonation, but Batman is terrified of bats. So Bruce Wayne is terrified of bats, right? So the reason why he chose a bat for his moniker is because he wanted to instill fear in his enemies. So if he's afraid of bats, he thought maybe it's been successful, right? How many years? 80 years plus of Batman, or maybe 70 years. I don't know. What year is it? Don't answer that. We don't talk about that. So yeah, so what is something you're afraid of that you would want to conquer and kind of use to become empowered?
Ooh, there's a lot. I'm the worst person. If you didn't know, I can never make up my mind about a lot of things. And I always have a mentality of if you have time to do something, do it. Yeah. You don't owe anybody anything but yourself at the end of the day.
Correct.
Except if you step all over people, then you're not a good
you're
person.
You're a jerk.
And I hate you.
It's a real talk.
Sorry.
Hey, keep it real. That's true. Don't step over people. You can get to where you want to go without stepping on people's toes, right? All right.
Biggest fear?
Yeah.
Not being anything in life. But I'm also a lot of things in life, which is weird.
Which is
maybe that's kind of the concept, right?
Yeah.
You try to be, or you try to do everything in life because you're so afraid of being nothing.
Of being nothing.
So that kind of makes sense.
So you overstretch.
Right, just like with Batman, he's afraid of something, and then in return he uses whatever his fear is to kind of
meet his goal.
Yeah.
Push his message, right?
Right?
His mission is to kick people's butts and keep order, right?
That was really deep.
That was good.
How you made the comparison, I was like, wow.
Oh, thank you. Well, I like your rebuttal too.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of we're kind of just here finding the keys to
You're
the locks,
and
right?
Now I know my mentee a little bit more.
No, we have conversations like this, which is pretty funny on the regular. And that's why I was I think that would be, I told her this, I asked her to do this,
Never finding out what you want to do with your life is really hard. Yeah.
What? Oh, I was going to say that I asked you to do this 5 days ago, but then you said that, and now I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know what we're talking about.
But I'm glad she's here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you think your biggest fear is not accomplishing anything?
Or not being anything that I can truly be proud of.
So letting yourself down?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe more so of that.
But that's real deep, though.
Right.
Let's talk about practical, wasps or zombies.
Okay, zombies. Well, I want to kick zombies at poo 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 poo. That's a thing.
My dog knocked you over.
That's true. She did.
And you want to fight zombies.
But I play Call of Duty, so I feel like I'm ready. The zombie rounds, and I made it to round 53 at one point, and I thought that was really dope.
First of all, that's really good.
Yes.
Second of all, why is there no zombies in this COD?
Can't answer.
Activision, Infinity Ward, whoever it is that made this one.
You messed up.
Where are the zombies at?
Right. This is a complaint now.
Yeah, this is the biggest podcast on the internet, and we want resolution.
We want resolutions.
All three of the people that are going to watch this later are going to be mad.
Right.
And only one of them is going to know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
So we want zombies.
I want to hone my skills. So if it's not following up on like the next few games, then like,
Right.
I lose my
You're
skills.
gonna lose your skills.
Right. Not that I'll have a weapon on me, then I'll probably like grab.
Oh,
a
for
stick
real
and
life?
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah.
Talking about zombie fighting for reals?
Right.
That's how you're training?
That's why I'm a felon.
That's why she's a felon.
Yeah.
'Cause she's going out and training on real people.
Yep.
Which is unacceptable.
But they're zombies, so are they really people?
Yes, because zombies aren't real. So I think you think they're zombies, and then that's why you're.
Ah.
Yeah. I feel like I just saw like a little light bulb turn on. Plead the fifth.
Yeah, I played the fifth.
Yeah. So okay, so zombies.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I'm pretty afraid of. I guess like I used to be really bad. Spiders.
Oh, snakes.
Snakes? I'm not worried about snakes.
No. Like, have you ever dreamt of like a snake like gobbling you up because you watch snakes on a plane too many times?
No, I don't think I've ever had that problem.
Oh.
Watching snakes on a plane too many times or dreaming about snakes eating me.
Oh, okay.
I'm more so concerned about that first time. How many times have you seen snakes on a plane? Oh, he's not good.
Probably like 17 times.
Why?
I watch it at least twice a year.
Is that a tradition?
No, Beauty and the Beast is a tradition. Snakes on the plane is more of like I need something to spook me.
That's spooky?
Yes.
Oh, girl, I need to show you some scary movies. If you think snakes on a plane is spooky, you don't know what spooky is.
I'll be that person that you hate. Like, you know, at the movie theater, if you were to take somebody, like,
Yeah.
like I'd be freaking out, and I start like crying and sobbing on the side and start like.
That's what you do? You just run off to the side and start crying?
Sometimes, or I hide behind my mom, whichever one. She loves scary
At this
movies.
age?
Yes.
You're in your mid to late 20s.
Very proud.
Yeah.
Very proud of it.
I don't think that's
Right.
good. I wouldn't be boasting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, that's okay. Everybody got their own thing, right?
That's true. That's true. Yes.
A couple more things that we're going to talk about here.
Okay.
And we're getting pretty close, I think, to the end of the show here.
We talked a lot.
Oh my gosh, Cedar's still crying. See, we're filming. Sorry. Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yes.
Live action or the original?
Original.
Okay.
Sorry. I watched that movie at least like 6 times a year.
Okay, that's okay. Do you like the original? Cedar, shush up.
Hi, Cedar.
Do you watch the original? Do you like the live action?
It was okay. But I think I got so used to the
One-
original animation that I was like, I think I really. That's my favorite Disney movie.
And we're back.
Hi.
So Beauty and the Beast. Well, last night I saw for the first time, like 23 minutes of the new Lion King. Is she still crying?
A little bit.
Oh well, that's why you're going to the
Is
backyard.
it Lion King?
Lion King.
Oh, okay.
The
I
new-
have not
the-
watched a live action.
The live action. I don't care for them. I'm not gonna watch Aladdin.
Okay.
My wife saw Mulan last night. Just dropped
Oh.
yesterday.
Oh.
She was not a fan.
Okay.
She was so excited for it. She was hyped. She's been telling me all week. Friday, you better find something to do.
Right.
You better get in your office, or if you want to watch it with me. But I'm not gonna watch live action Mulan. You better get lost because I'm watching Mulan. And then she finished it and she's like, I wasn't a fan. And I'm sure that opinion is gonna be circulating.
Probably.
Because like what you said, you get used to something.
Right. And then I think there's like, especially when you create animations into like live actions, there's a certain expectation.
And you lose a lot of it too.
Right.
Like, have you seen how hyper realistic the Lion King looks?
No.
It's like they're talking.
I'm scared to watch Lion King.
It looks too realistic. It's like hyper realistic animals that talk. I didn't
That's wild.
personally. I didn't like it too much. And no Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, which is the original Simba. JTT, Home Improvement. You ever heard of it? How old are you? I'm showing my age. What was his name? Tim Toolman Taylor? Yeah. Binford Tools? That was a good show. You should watch it. Don't watch it. All right.
No judgment.
No judgment. Spiders. Like Batman, right?
Okay.
I think that if I were a superhero, I'd have to be Spider Boy. I can't be Spider-Man because that's taken.
How would Spider Boy look?
What would Spider Boy? What would you say?
How would Spider Boy look?
Spider Boy would be wearing a flamingo shirt.
I'm not judging.
And khaki shorts and some Sanuk slide-ons.
Show's good at lying.
He's very comfortable. Spider Boy is very comfy. Well, the reason why I said that because I was deathly afraid. I used to be deathly afraid of spiders.
You like?
I have a rational respect for them now.
Wow, rational respect.
Rational respect.
That's an elevated like.
Yeah, well, you should have respect for something that could kill you.
You're right.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, right? A little bite from a brown recluse or a black widow or a trapdoor spider or a funnel web spider or any number of spiders could send you to the hospital.
Spiders.
A what?
You've researched spiders.
Many times.
Wow.
For many years.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was my early 20s, and I was like, I gotta stop being afraid of spiders. I am too big. I am 100 times the size of the spider. I gotta stop being so deathly terrified of them. So I went to a pet shop. And I said, hey, can you go ahead and put that tarantula on me? And he said, you for real? I said, yeah. I explained to him I'm afraid of spiders. I'm trying to get over it. I'm trying to find a respect for them, like a rational respect. You know, a healthy, rational respect for something.
Healthy and rational.
A force of nature, right? Something that lives, that you share the planet with. So I put that tarantula on me. And
you said it like that, on me.
On me. I said, hey, put it on me. And he said, all right. So the creepy crawler starts crawling on me. And I said to him, I said, hey.
Hey.
I said, hey, you defanged these, right?
Ooh.
And he said, nah, they'll die. And I said, oh. Okay. So then I said, I think I've had enough of this experiment now. Please get this spider off of me.
Right.
But it was a good experience. Like if I felt like I kind of conquered something.
Right.
Like
Do you feel powerful?
A little bit.
Okay.
Just a little, not too powerful. I wasn't feeling too powerful because after I found out that it still had little fangs, I was like, get it off me. But I did it, man, and that's what counts. You ever seen Yes Man?
Yes.
Remember that guy says he blew up that cow with a bazooka? He says he's not proud of that, but he did it, and that's what counts.
I don't think those are in the remotely like the same space,
No,
but like okay.
Blowing up a cow with a bazooka and getting a spider on you.
Yeah. I think it's like one's like right here, and then another's like.
Which ones? Which?
Let's just. You guys can assume.
You guys decide. Is having us getting over your fears by having a tarantula put on you anywhere near blowing up a cow with a bazooka? You guys let me know in the comments, and then I'll let her know. And then once you guys vindicate me and side with me, then all is right with the world. So
all
we're about
is right with the world. Is that the premise?
All is right with the world. Right. So we're about to wrap this up.
All right.
Just gonna talk about a couple more things here. I'm not plugging anything. Things that I've enjoyed over the past few weeks. Lucifer season 5 is on Netflix.
Yeah, I started watching that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on like my second episode.
The direction is kind of interesting. Okay. I don't know where they're going with it.
Okay.
It's a lot. I think it's a series finale, right?
Is it like worth it? I'm on the second episode of the first season.
Yeah,
so.
I think I'm like, no, it's worth getting through it.
Okay.
But season 5 kind of takes a different turn. Okay. I don't know what their angle is. I don't know what their direction is. I'm enjoying it for whatever it's worth, but because I've seen all the seasons and I like the characters and I like the storyline, and it's just something different. So Lucifer season 5 is out on Netflix. The Boys season 2, I was watching the episode 1 of season 2. It just came out not too long ago before she came over.
Oh, okay.
So more on that to come. Football season.
Yay, go Seahawks.
Yeah, go Dolphins, go Fins.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, who's your team, right? Seahawks. So football season's back.
Like for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to watch
college football
pre-season.
already started.
Oh, okay. That was the last before I left. That was like preseason for Seahawks versus Raiders. That was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's no preseason this year because they've canceled all the preseason games. But college football is back. NFL is back. Miami Hurricanes play on September 10th at Hard Rock Stadium at 8 o'clock.
He plugged.
Oh, that's just me because I'm a Hurricanes fan and Dolphins. I'm born and raised in Miami. I'm going to talk about my Canes and my Dolphins, right? Then Dolphins play on 13th. A couple days after that, Thursday to Sunday. I don't know. I think they play the Patriots, but that's okay.
Ooh.
Just Google it. GTS, right? If you're playing Pokemon Go, Mega Pokemon are out. Yeah.
Updates. I gotta catch up.
They've been out for like 2 weeks and the system's already been completely overhauled and revamped because it sucked. And at least there is a developer out there that listens to the fans and the people that are actually paying their salaries, because a lot of people complain and they heard it, and pretty quickly they kind of changed the system up to make it more accessible, because it was kind of like pay to win.
Yeah.
Pay to win sucks.
It was like really cool in the beginning because it was like, oh, you're just catching things, and then eventually it kind of started.
It changed.
I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm an avid player. I play all the time. That's well, you know.
I play on my little Switch.
Well, she plays Sword and Shield, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so there's different. So much Pokemon for everybody. But if you play, excuse me, I burped in my first.
It's okay.
Well, I burped in the first one and I didn't edit it.
I don't judge.
Thank you. That's why you're
I'm
here.
really bad at lying. I was like, I didn't
I don't judge. Mm-hmm. If you play, leave your trainer tag in the comments.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and I will add you in. We can raid. Other than that, that's basically it. I appreciate you guys coming in and stopping by. Once again, this is Jay, the very first guest for the very first real podcast.
I was probably very, very awkward. Like, you don't really know what to do with your hands.
I'm awkward as hell.
And it's, like, weird. And I talk to people all the time, but it feels, it's like...
Well, you're talking to the internet here.
Right. It's like a different ballgame. Hi.
So,
Hi.
Thank you guys for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It was a really good conversation.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of, like, stuff in there that I was like, whoa. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, but that's like the whole point, right?
Right.
Just having a good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, thank you for coming by. Drop a like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to hear, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.